Morning guys, Mark here, hope you're well today. Well, we're here at Crescent Honda in the south of England and we're testing today the 2020 CBR500R. Stay tuned and I'll let you know what I think about it. Hey guys, Mark here, hope you're well today. Well, we have a absolutely lovely 2020 Honda CBR500R, kindly loaned to me by the guys at Crescent Honda here in the south of England. Absolutely stunning bike. You might have seen my previous videos on the Honda CB500X, which is a sort of middleweight sort of adventure tourer, or the 500F, the naked. Well, if you want a sporty flavour, this is where you want to be looking. Absolutely stunning. This comes in white, a lovely red, and also a black and red. So we'll just run through the specifications on this lovely bike. Price-wise, retailing at £6,149. I'm sure you'll agree that's a absolutely great value for a bike which has got this sort of amount of spec on it. It comes with the ever popular 471cc parallel twin. As I said, A2 licence compatible, putting out 47 horsepower at 8,600 RPM. Torque figures on this, got about 43 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 RPM. So we just walk around the bike, talking about the various parts. So we've got 120 on the front tyre, 160 on the back, Dunlops. Got a 17 litre fuel tank on these, and one of the star of the show features of these particular bikes is their economy. They do between 70 and 80, maybe even more miles per gallon. Yes, that's absolutely right, between 70 and 80 miles per gallon, absolutely fantastic. Seat height on this is nice and low. If you're a newcomer to biking, 785mm seat height, and they are 192 kilos, I believe, wet weight. I think they fitted an aftermarket flip screen on this and a seat cowl. So all LED lighting on these now. Single wavy disc with Nissan caliper, ABS standard now here in the UK. New dual exit muffler. Absolutely superb. £8,000 service intervals on these guys, so very, very easy on the pocket. So when you first sit on her, feels incredibly light. As I say, 192 kilos, doesn't feel heavy or intimidating at all. I'm only 5'7" tall, 30-inch inside leg, and my feet are absolutely flat on the floor with knees bent. So if you're a little bit smaller than me, you're going to get on fine with this. If you're a taller guy, still fine, 6 foot plus, you should be fine with this. So reverse LCD dash on this, giving you all the nice info. You've got your speedo, clock, revs, gear indicator, miles per gallon. Miles per gallon is currently showing 90, would you believe? I mean, it's only done 260 miles, it's probably still running in. So really nice dash there. Honda immobiliser in the key. You've got your preload adjusters, front and rear suspension is preload adjustable. Assist and slipper clutch, it's got one of the lightest clutches in the business on these. We'll talk about that a bit later on. Clip-ons are below the top yoke, but they're still quite high, so we've got a nice position. More of that later. Let's see how she fires up. So super easy to start, as always with Hondas. Just settles into that nice parallel twin sort of burble. So I think we should take her for a little spin. So super easy gearbox, very light, very precise. And the clutch is an absolute joy. It literally really nice, easy, light action, nice early take to the bar. So I must admit, I've thoroughly enjoyed riding all of these Honda CB range over the past couple of weeks. They've all got their they were all the same engine, but they're just different feel, all of them. So obviously this is a sporty bike, sporty styled, and I must admit, as soon as you sort of jump on it, it does sort of feel like a, you know, a mini little Fireblade, should we say. The fit and finish on this, by the way, is first class. The paint is very deep, all the bodywork's very well put together. You know, really, you can't find any issues with it at all. I've given it a good look over. So we're going to start off in the town here for a bit, and then head out into the countryside for a few twisties, and then just finish off with a little bit of motorway, just to see what it's like at higher speeds, and then do the final walk around. So pulling away, deliciously light clutch, very, very slick, easy, light gearbox, and 471cc parallel twin engine. It's got a lot of torque, between about 3 and 6,000 is the sweet spot on this engine. No need to rev it much higher than that really. Just opening it up, it really pulls well. So mirrors on this, they're right out there on little stalks. Can see my elbows a bit, but they are very, very clear, and I cannot get them to vibrate or do any nasty things, so the mirrors are top notch. So the riding position on this is sort of sports tourer, if you like. It's not full-on sports bike, full-on race replica. It's not uncomfortable in the slightest. It's a little tiny bit of pressure on your wrists, but definitely all day comfortable riding this. And I've not been on this bike for too long, but the seat does feel very nice at the moment. And for a sports bike, there's a really good amount of leg room. My legs aren't too far back, my knees aren't too bent up, so far for a sports bike this feels spot on to me. Feels very, very light, chucking it from side to side. As I say, you know, you may be coming from a 125, progressing up to a bigger bike, and this would definitely be, if you're after a sporty looking thing with sporty handling, definitely something to consider. You've got this one, and you've got the R3 Yamaha. That's a good one. I've got one of those on my channel I've reviewed. Kawasaki do the Ninja 400, which is good as well. But I think the thing with these Hondas is they've got the bigger engine, which gives more torque. So I'd probably say out of all of the A2 bikes, 47 horsepower, these are probably the best engines, and just in terms of their punch, they don't feel underpowered at all. They're very perky, very zippy, and great fun. Okay guys, so we're just coming out now into the countryside. I must admit, I've been on this bike for about half an hour now, and I'm really falling for it. It's great fun. You know, it's really nice and chuckable. The suspension is excellent. I mean, the roads in the UK aren't brilliant at the best of times, and I believe it's Showa forks on this, and they really do a good job of soaking up all the bumps. Brakes all feel good. We'll do a brake test a bit later on, but like around these sort of twisties, you can really throw it around. It's great fun. Yeah, that feels very different to the 500X I reviewed last week. It's a lot sort of lower, you know, with its sort of clip-ons. It's got a lot more sort of sporty pretensions, shall we say. So we'll just give it a little bit of power. Third gear now, opening it up. Yeah, it's very strong. Very torquey. It pulls really well between sort of 3 and 6,000 RPM. So we'll just try a little brake test. Front brake now going on. Oh, that's strong. Really good for a single disc. And the back brake's got plenty of bite too. Just the riding position feels very roomy for a sports bike. You know, it's not at all cramped. So we're just coming into a 30 limit now. We'll just try its low speed sort of handling and fueling. So throttle response, all very smooth. Obviously no rider modes or electronic suspension on this, all very built to a cost, hence the low price. But we're doing 30 now, 5th gear, very smooth, no snatchiness in the fueling, nasty speed camera there. Yeah, all very smooth. That's nice. No hunting or surging in the fueling. No vibrations whatsoever at this sort of speed through the pegs or the bars. All very smooth. Obviously, you can tell it's a twin. You know, you've got that sort of characteristic sort of chug to it, but it's lovely all the same. So 4th gear now, full throttle, 40, 50, 60, and it keeps going. That's really nice. Wind blast on this is very good. This screen that they've obviously put on it, that's not standard, I think. Wind's going right up over my head. No problems at all with any sort of wind buffeting. And we're doing 60 miles an hour now, and hardly any vibrations through the handlebars. Tiny, tiny buzz, as you generally get with these engines, through the foot pegs. Oh, the road holding is absolutely superb. You know, you actually sort of have more fun in the real world taking one of these round bends with its 47 horsepower than a 200 horsepower missile, which you can't really open up, I think. Now, this is superb fun. Thank you very much. No, the engine's really, really eager. It's great fun. So 4th gear now, going for the overtake. Full throttle. Not bad at all. Very impressive, actually. Tiny bit of a wallow then in the suspension, but nothing too bad. Yeah, so far guys, I'm very impressed with this. Riding position's comfortable, it's not too sporty. Wind blast, wind protection's good, mirrors are nice. Fabulous little engine on it, very responsive. Way. It's great fun. Where do I sign up? Just try those brakes again. Full front brake. Yeah, no issues there at all. Obviously not Brembo standards, but more than adequate. The back brake's got a very good bit of bite to it, actually. So we just try a bit of roll on acceleration now. Let's try 5th gear, 30 miles an hour, full throttle. 30, 40, 50, and it goes on. So yeah, as you can see, it's got lots of pull low down, They've done a few tweaks to the engine to give it a few more percent of power and torque, and you can really feel it. It's good. Yeah, I'm very impressed with this, guys. It's got lots of character. Obvious Honda build quality and reliability. Other than just routine servicing, you're not going to have any problems with these whatsoever. The seat still feels very plush actually, so the seat's lovely and comfortable. Let's just see what she goes down to in top gear. Let's see if it will do 30. Now it's a little bit chuggy at 30. Fifth gear 30 is much happier. Very nice indeed. So we'll just put it into third gear, get the revs up a bit, see what the vibration's like. So 6,000 RPM now. It's just starting to buzz a bit through the bars and pegs, but nothing too bad. But as I mentioned earlier, the clutch and the gearbox deliciously light and easy to use. All in all, guys, this is a fantastic bike, really good. If you're in the market for an A2 sports bike, definitely have a look at one of these. I will put links on my channel to the Ninja 400 and the R3 Yamaha. Both of those are great as well, but I just love the engine on this one. It's just got that bit more pull. And we're still showing 90 to a gallon. Absolutely incredible. Okay guys, so we're here on the M3 just to test out the CBR's cruising potential. We're in 6th gear at the moment. 60 miles an hour, all is good at the moment. Open her up a bit. So 70 mile an hour now, legal limit. Just under 6,000 RPM. Very nice indeed. It seems to have slightly less vibrations than the other two I tested, the X and the F. So there's a tiny buzz coming through the foot pegs and hardly anything coming through the bar, so that's really good. So top speed of this is around about 115 miles an hour. So very capable of high speed cruising, this bike. Very impressive. Very stable. It's a very windy day today, so I'm feeling a lot of wind at the moment, but the bike feels very stable, very sure-footed, not at all out of its league on the motorway. And it's still got power there when you open up to pass things, so that's really good. So we just dropped it down to 5th now. The revs are just over 6,000. Tiny bit more of a buzz through the pegs now, but all in all, nothing untoward for a parallel twin. So I'm just going to slow it down now to a more quieter 60. That's really nice, 65 there. Cruising along very happily indeed. So yeah guys, this is fine if you are wanting to do long trips on this, sort of 70 mile an hour to 80 mile an hour. It's going to hold it very easily, no problems whatsoever. So all good stuff. Okay guys, I think we'll wrap it up here. That was great. See how she goes into neutral. Very, very easy. It's lovely. Just leave her running for the obligatory little sound test. So, nothing amazing. Not too bad though. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I certainly did. I'm going to carry on riding this now for about another half an hour. That must admit, that looks stunning. I think it's like a pearlescent white, isn't it? So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Please give me a thumbs up, a like, if you like this biking video. Please feel free to share and subscribe to my channel. And what are your thoughts on one of these? Have you got one of these? They've been out for quite a few years, I believe. How's yours going? What mods have you done to it? Has it been reliable? All that sort of stuff. I always like to read your comments. This is very new, isn't it? You can see it's new. But yeah, you can look when you're looking around the bike. You know, the quality of the paint, the fixtures, the fittings. It's really nice. All this here is lovely. Obviously, you've got your LED lights up there. Very smart. Okay, guys. Well, I wish you all the best, and I shall catch you again on the next test ride review. This is Mark signing off.